Hey folks, here Connect, staying in, and here I am in the reflection mode. Hidden keys to lasting change. Sometimes, very often, always, we think about the actions we need to be doing. Well, as a wellness pro, we talk about exercise, we talk about diet, maybe stress management, maybe time management. So it's all these actions that we talk that we want to set up for feeling better, losing weight, being less stressed. And none of this makes a difference if we don't actually do those actions. Talking about it is not doing it. But how do I get that bridge from, yes, I'm talking about it, but I'm also doing it? And in fact, once we're doing it to the level of mastery, when we don't have to talk about it, it becomes a part of our being. And I want to reflect on that for a few minutes. And in fact, it inspired me by a couple of testimonials I got in the last week. I don't really have a lipstick, but I feel like I do. I'm in my studio, I'm at home, my friends. Okay, so one of my clients mentioned, she said, you know how we hear, I know what to do, I'm just not doing it. And then she listed some processes that she tried in the past. And then she mentioned this process. And she said, with this process, I learned to look into the future, how I want to feel. And then my decision is easy. And then just this morning, I had another testimonial from my client, and she actually said, so she used that technique for controlling her food intake, not to eat too much on the cruise. And then through that technique, she didn't even realize that that's what she was using. And then she came back from the cruise and we started chatting, and surely enough, that technique worked to control her overeating on vacation. And so I want to teach us, or reflect on that. Who wants to be taught on Friday evening? But reflect on that. And if you want more, maybe put in the comments more, and I can send you a link. I will put some more information on my Sunday reflection email. That's when I usually send those reflections. So there are 3 key elements, and in fact 2 of them. So imagine if you're standing in the middle of the vortex, and you're standing right on the foundation on the ground, and then you're looking up. Sure, there's 3 main keys, and 2 of them are more tangible. So number 1, you are standing in the center, and you're putting the glasses of a certain color on you, and you see everything through that color. So okay, I call it curiosity glasses. So seeing everything through the lens of being curious. No judgment and curiosity, just stating what's so. And I invite us to use that sentence. I love this sentence. I use it for myself daily, always, all the time. If you talk to me and you say something that maybe different, maybe unusual, maybe strange, maybe exciting, I might say to you, isn't it interesting? So that isn't it interesting is such a magical sentence that taps into that curiosity mind. There's no judgment in curiosity, just stating what's so. So I'm inviting us to actually be curious throughout the day. Notice, catch yourself. What are you thinking about? How you're feeling? What choices are you making? What foods are you eating or craving? Are you moving? And just say, isn't it interesting that I choose da 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 da? What am I really choosing? It's really tapping into the depth of why I am doing certain actions. So that's the first key, is really the foundation of everything. This is like building a strong muscle of curiosity. But then the second element, you're looking up the vortex, and what do you see? You see, sometimes I refer to the top of the mountain when you reach a certain goal, even though health is not a destination, it's a journey. So it's going to be continuously moving. But there's certain why is the key element. So it's the maybe it's a very often used phrase, why that makes you cry, but the meaning of that phrase is the strong why. It's that why. What helps me a lot is that distinction at the end of my life. At the end of my life, they're from Russia, so we say discipline, the word. You're gonna feel that pain of either discipline or regret. So I'd rather feel the pain of discipline, of having a joy of my life. It kind of sounds strange, isn't it? But I think you got the point. At the end of our lives, we don't want to feel the regret. I wish I did this. I wish I said that, ate better, exercised more, spent more active life with my family. We really don't want that. So honestly, everything I do right now, I just put in the perspective of at the end of my life. That is the why, that is so strong, that is going to be your key motivating factor, that is going to be your inspiration to put your feet on the ground in the morning. I mean in general, like that. This is what I am. I say what I practice as well. And it's the one that keeps us going. It's the one that keeps us saying enough is enough, stop, rest, drink your water, eat your food, calculate your calories, talk to your friend. It's that one that tells me join the community, ask for help, which is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of courage. Power is in courage. So to finish up, it's the why. Strong why. And sometimes, I feel when we think of why, we are kind of thinking long term. But if a current situation is heavy, we may not see too far ahead. At some point, I only felt like just 1 month, maybe just the end of the season, maybe a little bit of the end of the year. It doesn't have to be, I got clarity of my why. No, that's why I call non-negotiable is seeking clarity of my why. Is exactly the habit, not the actual knowing why, but always clarity, because again, life is changing. Do you like my staying in shirt? I think it says about sparkle and shine on. I like that one. So, and if you paid attention, I said 3 key elements. So the number 1 is the foundational, the most important habit is being curious. And that the curiosity helps us to reach towards our whys. And in fact, they're like they're helping each other, they're complementing each other, this ongoing conversation. And all that bridge between the curiosity and my why is a tool I want to teach us. In my program, I teach 20 non-negotiable habits. This is actually 2 of them. But that tool is specifically designed to remind us of our why, because that helps to install that operating system that maybe I'm consciously understanding it intellectually, but it's not yet a part of my being. So maybe some of you have heard visualization. So it's very similar. We call it mental rehearsal. It actually was taken from years ago from a Russian system to train athletes for competition. So you're mentally walking yourself through the certain event and how you want to be at that event. So that's why going on the cruise and having those food choices was working for her, because we walked through going in the buffet, looking at the table. You're going to close your eyes, making sure that you have no distractions through your eyes. Put yourself in that future, kind of settle down a little bit, and then put yourself into the future of that situation. If it's a hard process in life currently. Maybe it's this one thing, this one event that you're thinking about. Close your eyes, settle down, take a couple of deep breaths, put yourself into that situation, and envision yourself through that big why, that you know that you did it in the best way, you were the best you in that situation. How you're behaving, what are you saying, what are you seeing, what are your, who you're interacting with, what are you feeling, what are you believing, your best you in that situation. And then kind of bring that knowing into your current understanding. So when I measure my daily choices, it's a step-by-step, choice by choice. It becomes very clear, like, oh, what is it now? Based on my best self, because future me is just imagination, but if I install it in my current behaviors, it becomes me now, and then I live into it, and then I become it. So that bridge between curiosity and why becomes rehearse, mentally rehearse, prepare, envision, walk yourself through that situation as you are the best self. I just love this tool so much. So again, friends, if you want more, just put in the chat more, and I'll send you the link to the Sunday reflection. I hope you're all doing well, and happy weekend. Please connect with me, say something in the comments, reply to me, and let's talk.